Scientists have observed CO2 and CO ices in the outer solar system. For the first time, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide ices have been observed in trans-Neptunian objects, TNOs, the farthest reaches of our solar system. A research team led by planetary scientists Mario Nascimento and Noemi Pinilla-Alonso from the Florida Space Institute at the University of Central Florida obtained the findings using the infrared spectral capabilities of the James Webb Space Telescope to analyze the chemical composition of 59 trans-Neptunian objects and centaurs. Published this week in Nature Astronomy, the study suggests that carbon dioxide ice is abundant in the cold outer regions of the proto-planetary disk, the large rotating disk of gas and dust from which the solar system formed. Given its prevalence in the TNOs studied in the research, further investigation is needed to understand the origins of carbon monoxide ice. The researchers reported the detection of carbon dioxide in 56 TNOs and carbon monoxide in 28, plus 6 suspected or marginally detected from a sample of 59 objects observed with JWST. According to the study, while carbon dioxide is widespread on the surfaces of TNOs irrespective of dynamical class and body size, carbon monoxide was only detected in objects with high carbon dioxide abundance. The study is part of the UCF-led discovery of surface compositions of trans-Neptunian objects, DISCO TNOs program, one of the JWST programs focused on analyzing our solar system. Duprat, one of the study's authors, says, "We observed this region of the spectrum for a large collection of TNOs for the first time, so everything we saw was somewhat exciting and unique. We didn't expect carbon dioxide to be so widespread in the TNO region, nor did we expect carbon monoxide to be present in so many TNOs. The discovery of the ices may further help us understand the formation of our solar system and how celestial bodies may have migrated over time. Trans-Neptunian objects are remnants of the planetary formation process," says Duprat. "These findings may provide significant constraints on where these objects formed, how they migrated to their current locations, and how their surfaces have evolved since their formation. Because they formed farther from the sun and are smaller than planets, they provide pristine information about the original composition of the proto-planetary disk." While carbon dioxide is commonly found on many objects in our solar system, the DISCO team was curious whether it was present in larger quantities beyond Neptune. The absence of carbon dioxide ice in TNOs has been attributed to several possible reasons, including lower abundance, burial beneath other less volatile ice, and refractory material layers over time, conversion to other molecules through irradiation, and simple observational limitations. According to the study, Duprat says the discovery of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in TNOs provides some context while also raising many questions. While carbon dioxide likely accumulated from the proto-planetary disk, the origin of carbon monoxide is more uncertain, he says. Secondly, it is a volatile ice even on the cold surfaces of TNOs. We cannot ignore the possibility that carbon monoxide accumulated primordially and has been preserved somehow until today. However, the data are consistent with that of carbon-bearing ices. Pinilla-Alonso, a co-author of the study and leader of the DISCO TNOs program, says the confirmation of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in TNOs opens up many opportunities for further research to measure how or why they are present. The discovery of carbon dioxide in trans-Neptunian objects was exciting, but its properties were even more striking, she says. The spectral signature of carbon dioxide revealed two different surface compositions in our sample. In some TNOs, carbon dioxide is mixed with other materials like methanol, water ice, and silicates. But in another group, the surface components where carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide are significant, the spectral signature was strikingly unique. This distinctive carbon dioxide signature doesn't resemble anything observed in other solar system bodies, and even reproduced in laboratory settings. Pinilla-Alonso notes that the presence of carbon dioxide in TNOs is suggested by a widespread theory due to the gas's presence in comets, where it is observed as a gas released from the surface or just below it as the ice sublimates. Observations in comets show that carbon dioxide is released as a gas due to the sublimation of ices on or just below the surface, she says. However, since carbon dioxide has not been observed on the surface of TNOs, the common belief was that it was trapped beneath the surface. Our latest findings overturn this notion. We now know that that carbon dioxide not only exists on the surface of TNOs, but is also more widespread than water ice, which was previously thought to be the most abundant surface material. This discovery significantly alters our understanding of TNO composition and demonstrates that the processes affecting their surfaces are more complex than we thought. The co-authors of the study, Elsa Hainaut from the Institut d'Astrophysique Spatiale at Paris-Saclay University and the French National Center for Scientific Research, and Hainaut's advisor, Rosario Brunetto, brought a laboratory and chemical perspective to interpreting JWST observations. Hainaut analyzed and compared the absorption bands of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in all objects. Despite evidence of abundant ice, she says there is a great diversity in abundance and distribution. While we detect carbon dioxide everywhere among TNOs, it is certainly not evenly distributed, she says. Some objects are poor in carbon dioxide, while others are very rich in carbon dioxide and show carbon monoxide. Some objects show pure carbon dioxide, while others are mixed with other compounds. Relating the properties of carbon dioxide to orbital and physical parameters allowed us to conclude that carbon dioxide variations likely represent different formation zones and early evolution of objects. Hainaut says that while the presence of carbon dioxide in the proto-planetary disk is highly probable, the primitive accumulation of carbon monoxide is less likely. Carbon monoxide can be efficiently produced by continuous ion bombardment from our sun or other sources, she says. We are currently investigating this hypothesis by comparing observations to ion irradiation experiments that can reproduce freezing and ionization conditions of TNO surfaces. Hainaut says that while the DISCO program's observations have reached a conclusion, there is still a long way to go in analyzing and discussing the results. He says the basic information obtained from the study will prove to be a significant contribution to future planetary science and astronomy research. We have only scratched the surface of why these objects were made and how they came to be, he says. Now we need to understand the relationship between these ices and other compounds on their surfaces and how they interact with the formation scenarios, dynamic evolution, volatile trapping, and irradiation mechanisms of the solar system throughout its history.